Okay, so hello YouTube and welcome to the next GPU swap, and this video is quite important because we are upgrading not only the GPU but the whole system. I just wanted to start with the GPU. The previous card was GTX 750 Ti. Was pretty popular card at that time, but yeah, those card time come and gone, and this card's popularity also was taken over by this card, 1050 Ti. Yeah, this card was very popular for a long time actually, for low spec gamers. It's not actually quite a big difference because the 750 Ti uses DDR5 memory, and then 1050 Ti also uses DDR5 memory, and 750 has 640 CUDA cores and 1050 has 768, so only 128 CUDA cores more, so not that big of a difference. But when I tested the games, the difference is it's quite a lot actually on some games. So I don't really know if it was a newer architecture or actually that because this card has 4 GB of VRAM. So when on some newer games where the VRAM is more important, this like 750 Ti just actually struggles. It just don't have enough VRAM, while the 1050 Ti has, I can't say it is a good balance, but those 2 more gigabytes of VRAM is quite a difference actually. And when you are looking at the recommended resolutions, you can see that well, according to this article at least, that 750 Ti is actually struggles on 1080p. It should be capable, but it struggles because it's on red, while 1050 Ti is only on orange. So it's not only capable, but it shouldn't struggle on 1080p. And yes, this card was released in 2016, so yeah, and we are going in 2017 games from now on, so yeah. And yes, our new system will be Ryzen 5 2600. These are the specs, and the system previous was i5 4460. Yes, we are jumping from Intel to AMD because at this time AMD is actually better than Intel. Intel was holding the crown quite a long time, but when the Ryzens came out, they took the crown actually. And especially for the low spec gamers, because it's quite a bang for your buck. I don't know, maybe some Intel processors is actually better than Ryzen, but they're actually much more expensive as well. So yeah, if you're looking more bang for your buck, Ryzen will be always much better choice. At least at this point. When we reach 2024, we'll see what happens, but let's imagine if we are in 2016, so this was the better choice actually. Yes, and the previous system was this: 4 cores, 4 threads, and 3.4 boost gigahertz. So the boost is actually don't make a lot of difference because it's only 0.2 gigahertz, and the Ryzen boost is actually 0.5, so it's a little bit more difference. But the one thing that I want to mention that Intel is 4 cores and 4 threads, while the Ryzen is 6 cores and 12 threads. So this is quite a big difference. And Ryzen is actually more powerful and consumes less power, because TDP is 65 watts on Ryzen, while Intel has 84 TDP. So yeah. So these are the specs. And this is the Ryzen. So yeah. Quite a big jump in the processor department, I think. Okay, so we see what happens. Yeah.
It's Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, so this is a Crash Bandicoot trilogy. Crash Bandicoot trilogy, and yes, this game is actually from the PlayStation 1. Well, not this game, because this is the remake of this game. And yeah, I wanted to start with something light in the beginning, because more demanding games will come. And yeah, well, I am actually playing this on the keyboard, and I think I'm supposed to play it with the controller, but I think it doesn't matter now. So yeah, I think this is the first game on the new system. I changed not the OBS, but MSI Afterburner, and yeah, finally figure out how to actually measure 1% loss and 0.1% loss. Apparently you need to enable some kind of mode, developer mode or something. Well, maybe yeah, it's not developer, but something, some kind of mode, because it just don't show up. Okay. And yeah, This game is from 2017. And yeah, I don't have double jumping here. So yeah, it looks pretty good. This is the new GTX 1050 Ti with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, I think you can play this game on 750 Ti perfectly normal. Because yeah, this game is not that demanding. Yeah. Yeah, the system has 16 gigabytes of RAM, new Ryzen processor, and well, at least for this kind of year, it is new. Well, today actually, in 2024, it's actually pretty old, but it's still quite good. I don't feel any need actually to change the CPU. So yeah, and the RAM is also enough. Well, at least for now. We will see how this turn out in the later titles. But yeah, this is the first game. First light game. Yeah, I think you can play this game perfectly fine on 750 Ti. And yeah, constant 60 FPS. Even 0.1% lows are actually only 40. So yeah, this was a Crash Bandicoot remake, trilogy remake from 2017. Okay, so these are the settings. Some are on low and some are on normal. So could say that it is maybe normal, maybe low normal. And yes, this is the Call of Duty World War II from 2017. I think this is maybe one of the best Call of Duties out there.
With unmatched ferocity, Hitler's war machine has launched its blitzkrieg against Western Europe, pushing it to the brink.
I'm sure you remember we lost that game by 42 points. Always looking over Pearson's shoulders, Lieutenant Turner. He's got him on a tight leash, but if Pearson breaks free, we'll all get bit. Ever since I could hold a rifle, I wanted to be like you, Paul. You've always been a tough act to follow, but I'm damn sure gonna try.
Now or never.
Okay, so this is the actual gameplay.
I wish I was coming home to her. Yeah, just wait till we hit Paris. Seems like a long way off. Remember, no digging in at the shore. Gotta advance. You need to stay low and do not bunch up.
Okay, this game, it just looks too crappy. Just what is going on in here? motion blur don't really need. I don't know why it jumps like that. It's okay.
Stick to your training, you're gonna make it through. I'm proud of you fellas in battle. Anytime, anywhere. Alright, give him hell, boys! The beaches are supposed to be flat, right? Sounds scared, Private. No, sir. Should be. Daniel, got a light? Sure thing. Everybody down!
Okay, so this is also actually looks bad. Okay, so apparently you need to set on on MSAA actually. Okay, let's put on recommended. Let's see what happens. Everything is turned on. Not everything, but almost. So yeah, the VRAM is actually a little bit up, but that's okay. So apparently on TIA and aliasing this game looks like crap. It should be on SMAA. This is actually pretty crazy.
Take a bag of oil and get to the seawall! Daniel, this is what you trained for! Now pick up that banner! You can do this! Yes, sir!
So apparently maybe you can push the cart a little bit more, but I think the FPS will drop. Yeah. Wait a little bit. This actually game. This game actually looks like crap on the low settings. The textures. I don't know if it looks better or not. Okay, it actually reached 3.5, 3.9, so it's almost 4 gigs of VRAM. So in the later sections the FPS could drop actually. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh crap, oh crap. Somebody saw me. Okay, let's go. I am almost dead. You want me to go to the... Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. So maybe you could push the game a little bit more, but I want to stay on 60 FPS all the time actually. Okay. And the VRAM is all reached 4 gigabytes. So yeah. Okay. So you need to go in here. This is actually crazy. Yeah, so you can take over in here actually. And then just push. Okay, so this game is actually looks pretty weird. The low settings looks pretty bad, but the high settings uses a lot of resources. And this game is actually the VRAM hungry. It wants the VRAM a lot of VRAM. I don't want that the game starts stutter. So maybe you can push some settings, but it actually looks pretty fine. Okay.
That wound looks bad. Here, take this. Thanks, bud.
Six? That's a weird button.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so this game looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, this game actually looks pretty insane.
We have to get to the bunker.
Okay. Okay, so there is not much to say about this game. Instead of that it uses a lot of VRAM. But other than that, it actually looks pretty good. Pretty stable FPS. 60 all the time. Maybe you could play around with some settings, but for now it looks pretty fine. So this was a Call of Duty World War II from 2017. Okay, so the game gives me these kind of settings. So let's see how they... hold on, actually. Let's try textures on high settings and let's see what happens. Okay, so that was only the final. Yeah, this is only the final section of the game.
I'm sure of it. It's not here.
Yeah, apparently it's not the
gone.
final. So okay, so it actually works pretty fine, even on high settings, on 1050 Ti.
Leave me.
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
Okay, so the VRAM is almost maxing out, but only that. Apparently you need to have more than 8 gigabytes to play stably on high settings, but video card is actually only reaches 60%, and I don't even want to talk about the processor because it's just, yeah.
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts!
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Yes, and the RAM is getting up actually. So on these newer titles actually the VRAM and the RAM is pretty important, while in the older games there was important but not that crazy. And these newer titles consumes a lot of VRAM and the normal RAM. Not all of the games, but some games really like it.
Ethan, help me!
Okay, so where is I supposed to go? Ah yes, in here. No. Okay. So yeah, this is the Resident Evil 7 from 2017.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
Leave me to die! Contained. She must be contained.
Yeah, so apparently, yeah, 2017 games was pushing to the 8 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, so this was Resident Evil 7 from 2017.